Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page.
Race for faster.
Welcome back to the channel, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's comic books, coffee, and more. And today we have Batman and the Outsiders, number 30, 75 cents from 1985. Now, title of the story, The Envious Race, by Mike Barr and Alan Davis. Before we begin, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's see what's happening. Oh, why was I born with a different face? Why was I not born like the envious race? Please, won't you tell me what you want with me? The truth about Looker. Here we go. Want? We of Abyssia want nothing of you, Emily Briggs. Rather, we wish to bestow upon you your birthright by making you our queen. You keep saying that. I don't want to be a queen. I just want to go home to my husband. And you shall, Emily Briggs, in time. I give you my word. How much longer will we permit this to continue, Batman? Good question, Katana. Halo Metamorpho and Geoforce are still missing, and the banquet stuff ain't helping us find them. Perhaps it is Black Lightning. Every instinct I own tells me all this mysterious have common root, and it's here. We'll wait a while. In time, how much time? When? The time of conjoinment draws near. Perhaps it is time you knew. So please, and I shall tell you. I don't know which way it goes. So please let your attendants provide you every comfort, and I shall tell you a story I know as well, as my name is history of our glorious land of Abyssia, and that of our unfolding destiny. It began over 2 millennia ago, more than 2,000 years before the birth of your Christ on the very mountain above. 3 huntsmen, on their way home from a successful day, spied a glowing object far away, and seconds later spied it from a far more advantageous position. Being unimaginative sorts, despite the fact that they are today revered as saints by our people, the huntsmen did the only thing they knew. They took a fragment of the rock to their ruler and his wife. The former and his advisor were fascinated by their discovery. The latter was not, but she was, forgive me, foolish, for she could not know that the rock's glow was the altar both the life of her unborn child and her own destiny. Though she was never to know, she died in childbirth weeks later. And when the king was presented his infant son, he was momentarily sorry his wife had not taken the infant with her into the unknown. The child was unlike any other ever born. The king's first instinct was to have it destroyed. But the king's advisor, counselor, our man thought otherwise and advocated a policy of waiting. He was wise. For the child, who was named Lauren, was a born leader, able to negotiate a truce with an enemy, then break it as soon as he deemed its usefulness ended. There were those who objected to his tactics, including some of the people whom Lauren and his father ruled ruthlessly. But despite all attempts to make themselves heard, dissent was not tolerated and was swiftly dealt with. But despite his iron rule, the majority of the people were content with Lauren, led many wars and conquest of neighboring tribes, buoyed on his cunning and audacity. And the people found liberty a small price to pay for wealth. Soon, however, the neighboring tribes found Lauren a more formidable threat. that each other had joined against him. However, the wily Lauren had predicted this and had arranged for his eyes to be all-seeing in essence of, if not in fact. Lauren did welcome this challenge to his powers and would not be moved despite the pleas of his father and adviser. The more they pleaded, the harder his heart grew. The more wrathful his face became until he did slay his father and Dermyn. With the crown resting on only one brow, Lauren made his declaration of war against his neighbors and knew for the first time that his grasp had exceeded his reach. Lauren's troops were badly outnumbered, and even his example could not inspire them to the impossible. In the end, Lauren and his surviving subjects fled. And if a choice had to be made between Lauren's subjects and his most prized possession, well, he was a monarch, and he had learned to make difficult decisions quickly. Their pursuing enemies searched the branching tunnels of the cave for days, but no trace was found. They believed Lauren dead. A classic example of the folly of a deed undone. Lauren had led his people far beneath the earth to a great natural cavern fed by underground hot springs. It was here, unpursued, left alone to a plan, that Lauren established the kingdom of Abyssia, and in that establishment, a dynasty as well. But one day, even King Lauren went to the way of all flesh. His daughter vowed to continue the strengthening of the people of Abyssia, so they might someday see the fruition of Lauren's dream, their domination of the surfacemen who once tried to slay him. And as the people of Abyssia grew strong, so did the succeeding generations of the family of Lauren. For as the comet featured, they found their own powers increasing. To this end, the heirs of Lauren grew accustomed to taking long hibernations between the returns of the comet, so they might grow ever more powerful. They were Lauren's flesh, after all. The heirs of Lauren were attended to by the servile lowings of docile, unimaginative strain whom we use for menial chores to the day. But I digress. Things proceed in this manner for generations until the accession of new heir, King Ector. We assumed preparations would proceed as before. Imagine our astonishment then when Ector preached peace with the surface world, when generations had been crying for war. One, heresy was enough. Heresy was enough. But we found days later that Ector had departed during the period of hibernation, his whereabouts unknown. We never found him, though we did not search for him long. For we had a major rebellion on our hands. Without direct descendant to the throne, it fell upon us advisors to choose one. It was a long and thankless task. And it was with the greatest reluctance that I accepted the task. I soon found out that my sister felt otherwise, for she was plotting to steal the throne from me. That is, steal it from for herself. This could not be permitted. And I later found out that dear Tamara had left Abyssia, taking a mistakenly loyal contingent of followers with her. Since that day, each of us has tried to validate our respective claims to the throne by finding Ector's heir, if any. It's a fantastic story, Your Highness, but you said it had something to do with me. You have not guessed, then behold, the face of our erstwhile King Ector. But that's my grandfather. Yes, the blood of Lauren's heirs runs through your veins, Emily Briggs. Albert, somewhat weakly diluted by generations of breeding with surface men. Is that why I'm not beautiful like the other descendants of Lauren? Yes, but all that can change. It can? Have I not said? I made mention of your birthright, Emily Briggs. Not the least of this is beauty of face, of form, to make this attendant pale by comparison. I've always wanted to be pretty. One moment, Your Highness. You keep promising Emily beauty. Do you mean beauty like this? Oh, no. Oh, no. No, calm yourself, Emily. his aspect of unpleasing, yes, for he has made a great sacrifice for us, as has his fellow priests. With the mantle of Lauren came certain abilities with which needed for defense in the time of Tamara's treachery, as well as to find your Lauren's true heir. To this end, a number of noble volunteers were chosen to receive his powers, but they were not of his lineage, and the treatment affected their appearance adversely. You, as Lauren's true descendant, will receive the powers and, more important, his line's comeliness that would please you. And your husband, Greg, I could be wife to him, the wife he's always deserved. She's buying the story, Batman. We cannot let her go through with this. We won't. On three. Go! Bing, bang, boom, bang, bang, oompa, and not far away. The priest, how dare he collapse before I miss him? One of our numbers in Mardo's service has just been assaulted, Princess. I sense strife and conflict in your brother's ranks. Indeed, our own attack was to take place while they slept. But we hold the proper weapons, and the opportunity is now ours. Jonelle, you stupid lowling, tell the captain of the guard to alert the troops. Yes, Princess. Bang, bang, boom, 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 bang. They're fighting. So many of us must find an opening for. Or, oh no, it's that. Bang, boom, Gabrielle, where have you been? Not so fast, Katana. You're not thinking. Batman, it's Gabrielle. Physically, yes. But look at her eyes. They're dark, mesmerized, just as the metamorphos were when we attacked us. I see. And if anyone can break such a spell, I can. She would never hurt me. She saved me from the swordsman. She was saving you. She was attacking them. Katana, don't. Gabrielle, it's me, Tetsu. Oh, bow. No good. Fight it, Gabrielle. Fight. Ugh. Katana, if you can't fight Halo, at least give me a hand over here. I wouldn't exactly turn down a helping hand myself. My prince. No, your sister attacks. Now your sister attacks. Opportunist minx. Summon more troops. And they're fighting. Oh no, they're fighting. Bill Cosby. And they're fighting. And they're more fighting. Halt. Eek. Let me go. I'm just a bank clerk. Ooh. You underestimate your importance, woman. You are a pawn, yes, but even a pawn may claim the game at the right place and time. But it shall be Princess Tamara who rules the pawn. Drink this. No, well, all right. Oh, don't do it, don't do it. See, Gabrielle, I won't hurt you. And she drinks it. I could never hurt you. Please do not do this. Bam! Oh, no, she's knocked out. He's got me cornered. Guess this is where I prove I've earned those Olympic medals. The hard way. Oh, he rides them. Never found out how much electricity it'd take to put Brian out. Never really wanted to. Just gotta pray I can stop short of killing him. He hasn't even tried to throw me off. Maybe he's about done. Whoa, bam, and boom, and he kicks him off. Just like last time, someone's controlling them. I'll have to get past Metamorpho to get him. And what he can't see, he can't stop. Whoosh. Can't reach my belt. Must be some way to beat him. Some way. Fools, concentrate on one foe at a time. Then, the surface men have left Mardo for us. No. Bind him and bring him with us. We wish him to see our final triumph. As you command, Princess. Final triumph, not just yet, my sister. Empty threats, so become you be, brother, but face facts. We have beaten you. The game is over. And sometime later, hey, we're alive. For a time it pleased us to let you see our greatest triumph. But time's growing short. The occurrence of the event draws near. The events, what do you mean? I know it all fit when I remember Mardo mention of a comet that was first sighted over 2,000 years ago. It's Halley's Comet, most astute for a surface man. You are correct. The comet you call Halley's returns, and with it begins an Abyssia ascendancy over the world, and my ascendancy over Abyssia. She has been given the obedience potion and decorated with the traditional paint. Let it begin. Wait. But the time for waiting is apparently past, as our envelope of glowing blue force forms as if by the priest's command, and molds itself into a sphere which defies the most fundamental of forces, gravity. No sound may be heard from inside the sphere, and if Emily Briggs screams, only she alone may know it. And in the next issue, our annual Christmas story, The Truth About Looker, Part 4. Ooh, that was Batman and the Outsiders Transfiguration, called This Envious Race, number 30. Hope you enjoyed that little reading. Now, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And as Papa, Batman, Metamorpho, and Gabrielle, and everybody else always say,
That was easy.
until next time, Papa is out.